So whenever you do anything in the bot lane, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You need to ward this bush. All right, as an
Okay.
ADC, because I can't tell you the amount of times that someone will stand in that bush, and then they'll try to like cheese you on the way back to lane,
Yeah.
because that bush is a choke point and you can't really go any other way that lets you actually get CS. So like it's a cheese lane spot and you
Yeah.
should always know if there are people in it. What you're
Okay.
doing is fine, except you're like usually this really isn't being guarded whenever you have all of your focus, there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you can just drop a ward down there and then you can help up here if they turn a corner or something. All right. All right, good leash. You can.
Their jungle forgot smite as well.
Oh, that's nice. I thought they automatically put that on to you as a jungler.
He must have switched.
All right. Do you know when you're gonna hit level 2?
Yeah. What is it? The second cannon?
No, it's these
The
minions right
third
there.
melee, right? Or the second
Third
and third
melee.
melee.
So like right now you should be pinging him forward because you're gonna hit 2 right now and you can just go straight in while he's still 1.
Yeah, but a lot of the supports just hide behind the ADC.
Okay, so you made a misplay there, even though you won. So let's back it up to here. Okay. Right now, they're unloading on him. So you're unloading on the only target you can. That's fine. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But right here, this step makes no sense. If anything, you should be going this way. Because if she flashes out, right, you want to be able to follow up without having to burn yours. Right? Because here's the thing. Can this guy 100 to 0 you right now?
No.
Okay. Then you have nothing to fear.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you were standing here. If you took this step this way, you'd be here right now. And even if she flashed to here, you'd still be in auto range.
Yeah.
So, or
Yeah.
damn close.
Okay.
And see, like, you had to burn heal there. Well, you didn't have to, but you burned heal, I think, to try to save this dude.
Yeah, he was out of range.
But he was well out of range anyway. But he was gonna be out of range. So you needed to be, like, moving like this. Because right now, she's dead.
I
You'd
think
be
that's what I was
right.
getting worried about.
You'd be right here,
Mm-hmm.
shooting the crap out of that guy. He can't do anything while he's 1, 2, 3, 4 reload. Like, just
Mm-hmm.
beat the piss out of him. You don't have to go all in, but you can trade with him super well and then just back off. So, that's fine. Still, you ended up ahead. Max, are you literally changing games again? Okay. No! Back up. I'm watching this other guy's play. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You have enough health that you could have flashed forward, shot him, walked out. You'll take 2 tower shots. 2 more. So you go here, here, here. and you'll live.
Yeah. I was probably playing too safe.
Yeah,
I thought the ignite would kill him.
Mm.
It did not.
It's okay. I'm just letting you know you had a kill there.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of spot where you just hard push the limits of what you're comfortable with. And I mean, you could not have done that if you had even one less health than where you were. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a forgivable one because it's like, okay, if you screw that up any at all, you die. But the guy doesn't even really have an opportunity to respond to it. I'm muting between statements because my kids are so loud. So
Yeah, no worries.
trade with your W there. And that's the kind of position where you can just take a shot. Like now, right now, would be another. You know what I mean? They have no
Okay.
blockers. You can just take a shot, get some damage in. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Now,
I should have got her.
okay, you're still okay. Pop your potion. Pop your potion. Okay. You're good. Pop your potion. Yeah, you're popping them. Ooh, Zareth. Good block. Didn't intend to, I bet, but he did it.
Yeah. I should have just backed.
That was close. What, there?
Like I shouldn't have stayed for this.
Why not? You absolutely should have stayed for that. Why would you back there? I mean, I'm asking, like, why do you think you should back there?
Because I was super low.
Are
I
you?
guess I had the potions going.
I mean, you're at like 50, 60% health. Not that
Yeah.
low. And then, secondly, just because you're low doesn't mean shit. So, like, there, that wasn't a, man, I should have went back earlier. That was a, man, I really should have dodged that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because whether you go back or not, you should have just dodged that. There wasn't anything else to it. Why'd you buy refillable?
Why? I always buy a refillable. Like almost every game.
I mean, it's potions are relevant kind of up until around level 6. Is kind of when they stop becoming relevant, right? So if you're that close to level 6, you don't want to buy that item. You know what I mean? Like, you're level
Okay.
4, you just bought 2 potions for 150 bucks. Because after this, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It's because it's. Do you see how it's like
What?
like it's messing up my like last hit. I don't know
Oh,
if you
you
saw,
mean?
like I was trying to mess with the settings on
There
the
you
way
go.
back to lane. Like
Well, like the graphics settings, because
no, it
you're
was
you getting
like
lag or
skipping
something?
frames or like I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
frame
doing.
rate lag. Oh, your FPS looks pretty decent right now. All right.
There we go. I see you.
Oh, poor Zareth. He's going to die. You need to heal him right away. That's fine. Okay. So depending on how close you are to 6, you can totally do this. Shoot your W. There you go. Shoot your W there. Make her dodge 2 things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
hard for Zareth to hit those, so you might as well help by making him dodge 2 things.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah. This is.
Question, did you ever
And
use your refillable pot? You did. So here you're just kind of guessing directions, which is what you should do. Right? Like, that's all. Everything's fine there. Not really worried about any of the things I just saw. But yeah, you should have fired your W during. Not only could you have sniped the kill away from Zareth, which would have been totally fine, but
And I died with heal up. I don't know. It probably
you
still would have been
probably
enough
would
to
have.
kill me.
Yeah, you probably would have died anyway, as low as you were. Yeah, here's where you dick with your settings. We're gonna come back to lane. The minions are gonna be like 5 pixels each.
I don't. It's so frustrating. It was like perfectly fine last patch, and then this patch is just.
I see you picking around.
Good news, she doesn't seem to have ult anymore. Alright, so you're concentrating a little bit too much on the Jinx there. You could have helped him clear those wards and traps and things. Look out, there's a fight going on above you, and you're about to be too late. You are too late.
My little brother. Get away from my little brother. Get away. Go, Mickey, go.
Alright, so watch your mini-map here.
Go, Mickey, go.
When you come back
Yeah,
in.
I completely missed that fight.
Get away from my brother, bully.
Because, like, here's where you can help him clear. And here he goes back, shoot it again, and you get 10 gold there.
Maybe let's go backwards.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you dodged that. That's great. The fight is going on. Go, 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 go. He kills Shaco. Okay, keep going. If you're over there, you can heal him. You know.
Yeah. That wasn't out of range, you don't think? For heal?
No, if you would have left at any of the points I was saying go,
yeah.
you would have been over here.
Yeah, if I would have left.
And then definitely not out of range. There you absolutely were out of range, 100%. Like, no doubt. What I'm saying is you shouldn't have been standing there. Good dodge. You got the happy feet today. You could have fought that. You can fight that. Okay, you screwed that one up. Alright. I don't care how this fight turns out.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay. Right here. You see that this is going to hit him. First thing you need to do is move forward into him. Because he's going to put damage down there. Lux is a non-issue because she's already burned her cooldowns. This is the only guy that has follow-up damage, and you keep him off of your support, right? So there's a rule in bot lane that says that you both cannot retreat at the same time. right? You cover each other's retreats in stages. Jesus, my frames are dropping. So I retreat, you fight. Then I'm back here, you retreat, I fight. Then, I fall back. Then, you see how it works?
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
like, if you both just take off and you run, right? By the time you get back here, you've both taken however much damage, and you've returned 0.
Yeah. There's no retaliation.
Yeah, there's no retaliation. There's nothing they have to take back. And if your jungler comes in, they have a 100 health opponent to fight,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whereas if if you do the things that I'm talking about, right, like your retaliation trading as you run backwards, then the jungler comes in. There's a 40 health guy there,
Yeah.
and that may result in him being popped. So like
Okay.
right here, see, like you're backing up, you're surrendering him right now. Because like you use your speed to go and your attack speed to go backwards.
Yeah.
This puts you in safety. He's sacrificed because he's rooted. So that means anything that this guy now does to this guy is free.
Yep.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can't
I'm
trade.
in no position to.
Yeah, you're in no position to trade or do anything. You kind of need to keep a line, and where he's hurt, you cover. But like you ran off the line. Okay. So let's talk about that. Here he goes. He's shot. He's dead. Right now, keep in mind, if you had been shooting him this whole time, he would still probably be dead. But he threw everything he had at this guy. You would have gotten in at least 3 autos by now.
Yeah.
So his health would be 1, 2, 3 plus Q plus W. So he would have died for this.
And then Lux's abilities are back up, and I just dodge that with my ult, kill him, and then go on.
Yeah. Or you flash it, then whatever. It doesn't. You've got moves here.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have to burn your flash there, because you've already killed that guy a while ago. You know what I mean? It still works out, but I hope it still works out. Pop your potion. Yeah, you need to pop your potion.
Yeah, if I would have done that.
You probably still would have died, but if you would have popped it when you were fighting Jin, you would have probably lived, because you'd have 150 more health. But I want to reiterate that potion's a bad purchase.
Okay.
If you don't buy a potion at the beginning of the game, you don't buy a potion. Okay?
Okay.
Well, not a potion, a refillable.
A refillable.
Yeah.
Xerath is pushing this lane.
Xerath will do that. You're using your abilities a little bit too much to farm. Shoot a W, shoot a W, shoot a W, shoot a W. Come on, shoot a W any day. See, okay, there's something that you need to work on, and that's pressure moments. So right here, right? Once these 3 things die, and they're about to, the minions are going to walk at them like that, right?
Yeah.
They have to back up, or they take all of this minion damage. Like, they just tank the wave. So even if you take a bad trade into a full pushing wave, you'll take a good trade.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the minions will average it out for you. the bigger, like the higher level you get, the less this matters because minion damage becomes less and less significant. But it still matters right now, right? The other thing is it makes their movement a little bit more certain, right? It's super easy to hit skill shots when people are running from something because they tend to run in straight lines.
Yeah.
Especially in lower elos. Like in high elo, they run, then they cut, and then they run and whatever, right? Because they know you're going to shoot them in the back with the skill shot. In low elo, they'll just give their backs up. So, like, at opportunities where you know what their movement is going to look like, you need to capitalize by shooting a skill shot. Does that make sense? So, like, watch. Okay, I bet you I can trace where they run. It'll be like this. Let's see. Yep, they never really left that line. I mean, they just floated straight up and down right here. So you know that. You can hit a W on that. That's not even hard. And that's just that much more damage. Kaisa W adds up too, by the way.
Yeah. See, I thought I don't know if you watch Saber, but he's always like save your abilities, use your abilities like when you
I see you swimming in a hot tub.
when you have to or whatever. And so
What does he mean by this? Because
well,
I
because
may
like
not disagree, but I probably do.
because my W is like it's like how I get my fourth shot, right? So it's the majority of how I do my damage, that my isolated Qs.
Okay.
So
What's
if
the
I use
cooldown on it?
if I use it poking, well, I mean they just changed it, I guess. But if I use it, then like if there's an opportunity where I could kill someone in it, then it wouldn't be up.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is there won't be an opportunity for you to kill someone because they'll never be low enough.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between just shooting all of your abilities willy-nilly, right, and having them up when you need them. And it's more important if you're playing somebody like Thresh, where your hook, or Blitz, your hook is your threat. And if your hook is down, you're not threatening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a huge portion of your kit, right? So that, like Kaisa, it's not like a root, you know what I mean? It's not like, guys, stop screaming. Good Lord.
It's not me. I'm not
So anyway,
Let me scream.
guys, I don't care. Just both of you be quiet, please. Anyway, it's not like it's like Jinx's traps or something that you need to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Save your E, because your E is your ability to move to when it's important. You know what I mean? But don't,
Yeah.
your W, that's just poke. And yes, it does cap off your stack damage, because it puts 2 stacks, I know that. But I mean, the cooldown is 8 seconds. That's not a lot. I mean, it's not an ultimate. And even if it was, people save their ultimates way too long. Go, man, go. You got him. Ult. Ult. Ult and Q. Ult and Q. Oh, man, he's dead. Why don't you just kill him? Oh, and you didn't heal your Xerath. You did it there. Okay. This is a totally different fight. Let's back it up. So they get the dragon here. Right here. If you W to him, hit him, and then ult to here, right? Then you auto and Q, so he's your only target. Or you can even go to here, right? So you're further away from Lux. Auto and Q, so he's your only target. Watch his health bar and then mentally add your auto damage and your Q damage to it. And your proc. Yeah, he's instantly dead. You've popped him. He's just dead right now. And the reason I said go to here the first time is because you're gonna pop him, and then you're in between Lux and the turret. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this turns out completely different because he's instantly off the board, and then you have a 1v2 in the Lux.
Yeah.
And like, here's the other thing. She shot her Q at you right there. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Back it up right here. So
See, I think because I saw the minions, I think.
I don't care about them. The minions aren't gonna kill
Well, I
you.
know,
So
but
she shot her Q at you right there. He still has the mark. You can go right here and just kill him right now. Just zoop, and you're dead.
I didn't think I had the damage.
Why not? Add it up.
Yeah, I should.
I mean, here's the thing, and this is something I
Because all I have, because this build, I shouldn't have gone this build too, because this build I don't like anymore. But what? You're still hungry? Okay, you can have some more chips if you want. Okay,
there you
you're
go.
welcome, buddy.
I don't know what it's like to have kids cramping my style. That's never happened to me before.
Never.
So
But because the Q wouldn't have just been on him,
it doesn't matter.
it would have
He
been
was
spread out.
3 procs.
Yeah.
So an auto and a Q, he's done.
And then another auto. Yeah.
I mean, even if you have to have another auto, it's fine. He's done. Lux can't do anything to you. Her root's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, okay. And you have heal. So it's not like you stand like no chance of being killed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're messing up. And the other end of it, so like every time you do stuff, you need to be thinking to yourself, if he lands his stuff, how much damage can he do? If I land my stuff, how much damage can I do? You will find that that answer usually lands in the area of 80 to 100. Man, my screen's going nuts right now. 80 to 100 percent damage, and think of it in terms of percentages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it goes 80 to 100% damage, then you know that the second he hits this, I'm all in. My only concern is dodging her moves,
Yeah.
right? So there you have it. Right? And like, so there are a couple of supports that you get this guaranteed. Brand, Zyra, depending on how far he is behind, Zareth can do that. But any high damage ADC in particular, this needs to be your thought, right? Is how much damage do I do if I hit everything? And how much does my partner do if he hits everything? Because then you know, like a lot of people will play forward even at, because they're like, oh, I'm at full health. Not a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you get hit with anything, it is a big deal. You're just dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you should know that, but they don't,
Yep.
and they don't play like it. And so you have lethal. Like, here's the thing. Think about it this way. How do you play when you know an opponent has lethal on you versus how do you play when they don't, when you know they don't? Right? I bet it's a lot
Yeah.
more aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
right? When they don't have lethal on you. The problem is where your opportunity lies is where your opponents don't realize that you have lethal. And so they play like you don't. And then you just kill the crap out of them over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And once you do it once, it becomes super easy to do it time and time again. And that's how you'd snowball this lane is you kill Jin here and then kill Lux and then do it again and again and again and again every time Zareth hits anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those are those games. You ever play those games where you go, oh my god, this person just died again. Oh, look, they just died again. They just keep going back to lane and dying. Why can't they stop feeding? Right?
Yep.
That's the problem. That's what's happening. Is they don't realize that they have and then they get to a point where it's like, well, I can't do anything. Well, the reality is you couldn't do anything a long time ago. You've just realized it 3 deaths too late.
He was just yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was a time period where this thing wasn't lost and you weren't completely screwed, and now you are, and it's lost. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like right now, if he lands, you know you can get a kill. And like right here, yeah, you know you can get this kill. And they're coming in, and then you Q, or you ult in. You just ult in there.
Should have healed him.
Oh, you should have healed Zareth while he was alive.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that irritates me more as a support main than anything else in the world is when my ADC lets me die and they have heal up because they were saving it for their life or their movement speed.
Yeah.
Super annoying. It's like, oh, you value your flexibility more than my life. And the odds are, if they would have healed me, even if I was going to die for sure, I would die. But
You
they
get
would
out
have
more
to
damage.
expend more effort to kill me, which gives you a larger window to deal damage
Yeah.
for free. You remember that one Zareth fight down here where I'm like, if you go in on him, he's dead, and then the other person's dead? Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you heal there, then all that is true and more. Because they have to spend even longer on finishing your support. And for the love of God, heal early. Ignite's a thing.
Yeah.
So if you think somebody like is in the death window, where like, keep in mind, Lux is a perfect example of this. If she lands a Q, right? She can just Q E R burst you and probably kill you if she's not behind. Just straight up kill you.
So the minute she gets her little orb on you too after her Q.
Well, yeah, well, she gets that for free. That's what I'm saying. If she hits it all at once, she gets that for free. Because the Q will lock you in the place you can't dodge the E or the ult. Good move. Well, that was ballsy. Why do you do that there and not like every other time that would be appropriate?
Honestly, I was having a lot of issues with this. It was just pissing me off, and I was so focused on that I wasn't 100% on this game.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Like I said, you could have done that like 100 other times before this, and it would have turned out perfectly 2-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
And I normally do. It's just I was just so frustrated. I didn't know if it would spaz out on me the minute I try and make a play or.
yeah.
I want cereal, Dad.
Okay. What time is it? You're not gonna have cereal, bud, because we're gonna have dinner here in 2 hours.
Welcome to adult life, kid. Sucks. We all want cereal. W that. W that.
I don't want cereal.
I know you don't want cereal. It doesn't matter, Max. We're not getting any cereal.
You're saying for the cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
W that cannon. It's worth 100 gold. 100 gold for 8 seconds of cooldown and 55 mana. I'm in.
What? And W is like 22-second cooldown.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. It's 22 seconds. I was looking at your Q. Your Q is 8 seconds. Still, I don't care. I'll trade 22-second cooldown for 100 gold. There you go. Why is Mick... you, you went straight to exit game, huh?
So frustrated. Not right now, bud. Okay. Give me like 20 more minutes, okay? Okay.
You're really worried about that guy's CS, huh? He does have a lot. But
Well, you just wait. He just keeps doing it all game.
it doesn't really matter. I mean, the reality is, like, is it annoying? Yeah. But realistically, you guys should just be chain killing the crap out of bot lane at this point.
Mhm.
You have enough stuff that you can focus on that he becomes irrelevant. Because, like, the last game, for example, that Jinx was complaining the same thing about me.
Mhm.
But the reason I was taking CS with the Jinx is because it was more important to get the tower in a lot of
Yeah.
cases. Like, we needed to push. And where the wave, where the wave was, where the wave was less valuable.
So I felt so behind.
Okay. So here,
I should have.
like, where you stop to type,
A lot more tanky.
now where you stop to type, you could already be at the dragon right now
Mhm.
and have cleared this ward now. And then this fight turns out completely different because he can't walk into 3 of you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he doesn't walk in. Now, you have stacks in this guy. You can use your ult to there. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
So you can just use the ult to change your positioning in a fight you're already fighting, and that's fine. And then that way you're not in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Because that would have put you back basically out of reach and into right position. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh man, feels bad. You are so close. The Lux laser.
It's so stupid how she gets a Ludens, and then all of a sudden her W's just
Oh,
75% my health.
yeah. Oh, it's her. Are you talking about her bubble?
Yeah, her little
Yeah.
orb thing she shoots out. Whatever.
Yeah, it's her D. I mean her D. Her E. All right. This is insane. Until you see these two on the map, and even if you don't, you need to have wards here and over here to be able to push this far. Because, like, you're going to push this wave, you have empty, blind space all the way around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine your bot lane,
And
and, like, even sometimes when the tower's up, you can be here and be overextended because you're that far away from your turret. That, for context, is that far. you are that far. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, this is 4 whole standard deviations of unsafety that you've got, and you have no wards up on either side of you. I'm not saying it'd be a bad idea to make pressure right now. I'm saying it's a bad idea to do it blind.
Okay.
Get off of me! Nobody want to do it right now because I feel. You think he's out of the morning? Get off of me! Get off of me!
All right.
Get off
Helpful
of me!
hint. Whenever you're in between stuff like this, and you really are just walking from point A to point B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tab.
Okay.
That was a horrible B, but tab. Look at items. Look at the dragon timer, the baron timer. Like these are both, and then ping them to your team.
Okay.
So that your team is thinking about what the next objective is. Like ping the relevant one.
Okay.
Because that's just helpful information.
For sure.
And it's like you're not doing anything anyway, so you're converting a time where you're not doing anything into a time where you're giving your team information that's valuable.
Clear.
Okay.
We got it. That's done. We got it done. We got it done. We got it done.
Good job, Mick. You are just wrecking the jungle. Rest in peace,
Well-
Trend.
Well, no, he's taking all theirs because their Shaco doesn't have smite.
Yeah. And I don't know the problem. It's just right now, you either need to be setting waves or creating, like being with your team to provide presence.
Yeah.
Oh no! No, Max, no! Stop! Stop! Oh, damn. Okay, this one, I think we've covered enough. I've got a huge mess to clean up.
Oh man.
My kid just knocked over a wet dry vac full of toilet water.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna vac that up and I'll so big things, big takeaways. Percent health, right? Hey, you're cool,
Okay.
man. Just watch where you're going, okay? Percent health is like a huge deal. How does that even fit in there? Okay, there we go. Anyway, percent health in terms of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you know what percentages you know, then you know when lethal is, and a lot of times they won't.
Yeah.
So that's a big one right off the bat. That's like free money. And then know when to pull the trigger and just use your abilities, right?
Yeah.
Don't be so conservative with your abilities. I know with Kaisa, you've got the thing that you were talking about, and that's cool. But like 20 seconds is more than 8, so I get it. But at the same time, like focus on using stuff when you have an opportunity to poke, whittle, and
Maybe
ruin their day.
Q less for farm and Q more for poke.
Yeah, Q more for poke, W more for poke, whatever. But like, yes, there is you don't want to use your abilities because they'll be down when you need them. Sure. But people do that way too much. They hold on to everything until well after the point they need them, waiting for that perfect moment. If you think about like Lux, for example, right? Your ult's up every 45 seconds. If I fire my ult constantly just to mess with you, right? Odds are I'm going to ruin your laning phase before you really get started. And think about if I add up all the times I hit, how much damage I would do versus if I only fired at the perfect moments. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. We'll do this again if you want to. All you have to do is chase me down like you did today. That was perfect. It doesn't bother me at all.
All right, man.
But we'll do this again. Don't wait a year. Right? All right.
All
See
right,
you,
man.
dude.
Take it easy.